All right, let's dive into something that's a really crucial but maybe kind of overlooked piece of the whole AI infrastructure puzzle, the model registry. You can think of it like a central library, but specifically for your AI models. It's the system that brings some much-needed order to what can honestly become total chaos.
Okay, before we really get into it, we've got to get the official stuff out of the way. This is Module 9 of a 10-part tutorial on open source tools for AI infrastructure, and it's all based on a report from Virtualization Options LLC. Now just remember, this is for general guidance. It is definitely not a replacement for professional, legal, financial, or technical advice. So as always, please chat with your own experts before you take any action.
So, picture this. Your team has just built this incredible new AI model. It's ready to go. But then, the questions start. Wait, is this version 1.2 or did you mean 1.3? Where's the final file? Is it on that shared drive or was it in that email chain from last week? And here's the kicker. Who actually gave the final thumbs up for this to go into production? Sound familiar? For a lot of teams, this is just a Tuesday.
Well, the good news is there's a way out of this mess. There is a solution designed to bring clarity and control, and it does that by creating one single, undisputed source of truth for every single one of your models. And that solution, that single source of truth, is called a model registry. So, what exactly is that? Well, in a nutshell, it's a central system for everything, storing, versioning, and managing the entire lifecycle of your machine learning models. It's kind of like if a library and a version control system like Git had a baby, but specifically for AI.
And this visual right here, it just nails the whole idea. A model registry takes that messy, winding path of experimentation and turns it into a clean, organized, and totally traceable pipeline. It's what takes you from, hey, this science experiment kind of works, to this is a professional, production-ready asset. It's the bridge between data science and operations.
Okay, so let's talk about the actual workflow here. Because a registry isn't just a dumping ground for files, right? It actually enforces a really clear, structured process that every single model has to follow before it ever sees the light of day in production.
Let's walk through that journey. First, a new model gets registered. This is ground zero. It captures all its metadata, all its history. Then it hits validation. This is your automated quality check, catching problems early. If it passes, it moves to staging for more intense, real-world testing. Only after getting through an approval gate, that final green light, does it finally move into production. And this last part is absolutely critical. It's constantly monitored, and you have the power to instantly roll it back to an older version if anything goes wrong. It's all about ensuring quality and reliability.
Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually build one of these? Let's check out a couple of really powerful open source tools that can get you there.
So first on our list is the MLF-Flow Model Registry. And what's so cool about MLF-Flow is that it's not just a registry, it's part of a whole MLOps platform. It's got you covered on everything from versioning and lineage to a formal promotion workflow with stages like staging and production. Plus, it's framework agnostic, which is a huge deal. It doesn't care if your model is from PyTorch, TensorFlow, whatever, it'll store it. And it has both a nice UI for people and a powerful API for automation.
But MLflow isn't the only game in town. There's a totally different way to think about this, and it's a game changer for teams that basically live and breathe Git. It's called DVC, or Data Version Control, and it takes a very developer-first approach.
And this really breaks down the two philosophies. So on one hand, you've got MLflow. It's this dedicated, all-in-one, centralized platform with a very explicit workflow. Then you've got DVC. This is a completely different beast. It's Git native. It basically says, hey, let's treat models just like we treat code. A new model version? That's just a new Git commit or a new tag. It's less of a separate platform and more of an upgrade to the development process you already have.
And really, this quote from the source material just hits the nail on the head. DVC is more developer-centric than production-focused compared to dedicated registries. So that's the big question you have to ask yourself. Do you want a big, dedicated MLOps governance platform, or do you want to bake model versioning right into the tools your developers are already using every single day?
Okay, but let's be real. Storing the model file is only half the battle, right? If you want this to actually work, you need to know what the model is, what it does, and maybe even more importantly, what it shouldn't do. You need documentation. And that's where this awesome idea called the model card comes into play. It's basically standardized documentation, a complete profile for your model. The best way to think about it is like a nutrition label for your AI. And the best part? There are open source tools out there, like Google's Model Card Toolkit, that help you build these things.
And we're not talking about just a little text file here.
A proper model card is super comprehensive. It covers the basics, of course, like version info and performance metrics, but it goes so much deeper. It spells out the intended uses and, crucially, its known limitations. It even documents things like ethical considerations and fairness, making sure the model works reliably for everyone.
And why does all this documentation matter so much? Well, this visual shows it perfectly. Model cards aren't just a technical thing for the devs. They're the bridge that connects everybody. The technical teams building it, the business folks who need to use it, and even the compliance officers who have to understand its risks.
At the end of the day, it really comes down to this. Model cards are a fundamental part of responsible AI. By clearly documenting everything, a model's strengths, its weaknesses, and its potential biases, you're creating the transparency and accountability that are absolutely essential for any system you're going to put into production.
All right, so let's bring it all home. The big takeaway here is that a model registry isn't just a glorified hard drive, not even close. When you do it right, it is the command center, the absolute core of your entire MLOps governance strategy. It makes sure every single model is versioned, validated, and documented.
So I'll leave you with this one final question to think about. Your models, they're incredibly powerful. But is your process for managing them actually ready to handle that power at scale? Putting a model registry in place is really the first, and I'd argue the most important step you can take to be able to answer that question with a confident yes. Thanks for watching.